2 Chronicles Chapter 20. After these events, the children of Moab, Ammon, and others from beyond the Ammonites joined forces to wage war against Jehoshaphat. News reached Jehoshaphat about a vast enemy multitude advancing from across the sea, near Hazazontamar, Engedi. Fearful, Jehoshaphat turned to seek the Lord and proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. The people of Judah assembled from all their cities to seek the Lord's help. Standing before the Lord in the house of the Lord, Jehoshaphat prayed, acknowledging the Lord as God in heaven, ruler of all kingdoms, with unmatched power. He recalled how the Lord had driven out the inhabitants of the land before the people of Israel and granted it to the descendants of Abraham as an everlasting possession. They had built a sanctuary in his name. Jehoshaphat implored the Lord that when trouble, such as the sword, judgment, pestilence, or famine, befell them and they sought refuge in his house, the Lord would hear and aid them. He pointed out how the children of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, whom the Israelites were forbidden to invade after leaving Egypt, were now repaying them with hostility, seeking to dispossess them. Jehoshaphat appealed to the Lord for judgment, admitting their helplessness against the formidable enemy. He proclaimed their reliance on the Lord. All of Judah, including their little ones, wives, and children, stood before the Lord. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jahaziel, a Levite of the sons of Asaph, who spoke to Jehoshaphat and the congregation. He assured them not to fear or be dismayed, for the battle was not theirs but the Lord's. Jahaziel instructed them to go out against the enemy, who would be found at the cliff of Ziz near the brook, just before the wilderness of Jeruel. He told them that they would not need to fight, they should stand firm, and the Lord would deliver them. Jehoshaphat and the people bowed their heads and worshipped the Lord. The Levites among them, the Kohathites and Korhites, praised the Lord with a loud voice. Early in the morning, they set out for the wilderness of Tekoa. Jehoshaphat encouraged the people to believe in the Lord and his prophets, and he appointed singers to praise the Lord's holiness as they led the army, saying, "Praise the Lord, for his mercy endureth forever." As they began to sing and praise, the Lord set ambushes against the children of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir. They turned against each other, leading to their mutual destruction. When Judah arrived at the watchtower in the wilderness, they saw the enemy's lifeless bodies scattered on the ground, with none left to escape. Jehoshaphat and his people collected an abundance of riches and precious jewels from the fallen enemies, so much that it took them 3 days to gather the spoils. On the 4th day, they assembled in the Valley of Berachah, where they blessed the Lord, and the place was named the Valley of Berachah, which means blessing to this day. Joyful and triumphant, Judah and Jerusalem returned to their city, with Jehoshaphat at the forefront. They came with musical instruments, praising the Lord in his temple. News of the Lord's victory over their enemies instilled fear of God in the neighboring kingdoms, leading to a period of peace for Jehoshaphat's realm, as God granted him rest from external threats. Jehoshaphat reigned over Judah, beginning at the age of 35 and reigning for 25 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilhi. Although Jehoshaphat followed in the righteous ways of his father Asa, he did not completely eliminate the high places where idolatry persisted, as the people had not fully turned their hearts to the God of their fathers. Additional details of Jehoshaphat's reign can be found in the book of Jehu, the son of Hanani, as recorded in the Annals of the Kings of Israel. Afterward, Jehoshaphat joined forces with Ahaziah, the wicked king of Israel, to build ships in Eziongeber for trade. However, a prophet named Eleazar foretold that the Lord had broken these works due to Jehoshaphat's association with Ahaziah. Indeed, the ships were rendered unusable. Please note that this is a slightly rewritten version of the passage, maintaining the essence of the original text while rephrasing it for clarity and readability.